Here's a question I get all the time. How can I read Shakespeare? I hear this so much. I read Shakespeare at school and I didn't like it. It was forced on me. It was boring. It was difficult. And if I read it now, it's going to be too hard. I won't understand. Oh, I'll be bored again. None of this is true. You're not the same person you were when you were at school. It's all over. It's all gone. No one can force you to do it anymore. The reason why you're asking is because you know there's something good there. You know that Shakespeare is worthwhile. Just like you know that the best food, the best music, the best travel, the world is full of these things, and you would go and do them. You do go and do them. Shakespeare's no different. What about the idea that it's difficult? Well, it can be difficult. There are certainly moments when almost nobody knows what's going on in Shakespeare. Whole careers have been dedicated to how difficult he is. But Shakespeare is also a playwright full of bawdy, banter, offense, insult. People urinate on the stage. There is murder, bloody murder, murder most foul, all sorts of entertaining happenings. There are clowns and fools. There are saucy young wenches, saucy young men. There are all sorts of slapstick scenes. And he's just really great fun. He's excellent at writing scenes in pubs and bars. He really understands that sort of world. He clearly has been there and lived there and paid attention to those people. So Shakespeare isn't just written for people who enjoy difficult writing, he's also written for everyone. He's written for people who like fun, people who like rude jokes. There's a whole book called Shakespeare's Bawdy, which is all about the venal and genital insults that he's constantly throwing around on his stage. The other thing is, if you get stuck on a word or you don't understand a line, read it again. And if you still don't understand it, move on. Just keep going. It's fine. You don't have to understand every word the first time you pick it up in order to have a good experience. In fact, if you just push through, you'll get almost all of it. You'll get quite a lot of it, and that'll be so much. That'll be so good. So don't let a few things that confuse you now put you off getting this whole wonderful experience. The other thing is, with a lot of writers, it's kind of cheating to watch the movie. It's not cheating with Shakespeare. It's okay. It's encouraged. That's what he did. He wrote scripts. So even though it's better to read him, he's actually much more enjoyable to read than to watch, I think. And a lot of the time, productions are no good. People don't know what they're doing. We've almost lost the art of Shakespearean performance in a way. There are loads of good Shakespeare movies, like Ian McKellen in Richard II or The Hollow Crown on the BBC with Tom Hiddleston. Fantastic performance of four wonderful Shakespeare plays. There's Orson Welles in The Chimes at Midnight, wonderful adaptation of the Falstaff character. You can find all sorts of things. The Globe has its own player, the Globe in London, a recreation of the original Shakespeare theatre, and they've put loads of their performances online. It's about £60 a year. It's a bit expensive, but they're good. They're really good. Some of them are quite traditional and quite fun. You can see Stephen Fry in Twelfth Night, one of the best plays. So I would really encourage you to think about just watching some Shakespeare. Just do that the next time instead of turning on Netflix. You don't know how good it can be until you've tried it. I also think you should just act in some Shakespeare. People are constantly telling us, oh, Shakespeare was written to be performed, not to be read. Well, that's not really true. Shakespeare wrote to be read. He knew he was being read. He sold lots and lots of books. He was in anthologies. It's complete rubbish that he wasn't writing to be read. But he was writing to be performed. And the logic of that really says that as well as watching him, you should act in his work. Now, this is very easy to do. You get a few scripts, you print them off the internet, and you just read them out loud at home. I don't actually do this very much. I've done it with children before, and it's great fun. You can do the mechanicals from A Midsummer Night's Dream, and children love it. They're really good at it, they're fun at it. Or you can just do it yourself. But reading Shakespeare out loud is always rewarding, especially plays like Romeo and Juliet. They suddenly come alive. There's a great Baz Luhrmann film of Romeo and Juliet. You should watch that. So perform Shakespeare. Read him to yourself if you have to. It's really, really worthwhile. The other thing you can do is to just watch clips on YouTube. Just type in Shakespeare, loads of stuff comes up. Kenneth Branagh in Henry V with Captain Llewellyn, that's a great little clip. All sorts of bits of Hamlet and Macbeth. These are fantastic, and it's just another way in. You don't have to say, oh, I'm just watching clips, it's no good. Yeah, whatever. People used to go around and perform just little bits of Shakespeare plays. You'd get the murder scene from Richard II, and then you get the mechanicals, and then you'd get maybe the lovers at the balcony in Romeo and Juliet. It's a great way to get Shakespeare, sort of pick and mix, get all the best bits. Why not? Do it for yourself on YouTube. If you are going to read Shakespeare, and I think it's the best thing, make sure you get an edition that works for you. Some people don't want any notes. They just want a plain, simple edition and they can just get through the play. Other people want to be told what's going on. They want to know what the words mean. Get the Arden edition or the Cambridge edition. The others are not as good and you'll be wasting your money. Arden will answer all of your questions. Just remember, a lot of the great writers of the past have read Shakespeare and appreciated him and talked about how great he is. I always forget who said it, but a famous author once said, after God, Shakespeare created most. Flaubert talked about reading Shakespeare and becoming a greater, wiser person. He's in the blood of English literature, felt in the blood and felt along the heart, as Wordsworth said in another context. He's everywhere. You'll find him in all sorts of places. If you love Moby Dick, you've already read a lot of Shakespeare. Melville was obsessed with Shakespeare. That book is full of Shakespearean quotations. So remember, you can read Shakespeare. You should read Shakespeare. You can watch it. You can read it. You can get clips on YouTube. You can do it with a friend. You can do it in any way you like. And you'll be joining millions of people who've read him. You'll be joining the great minds who've read him. And it would be one of the best reading experiences of your life. Just do it. Just keep going. And you will get so much out of it. Good luck.